Everyone, welcome along to heat number 3, just getting underway here in Fujairah, the World Games qualifier. And heat number 3, Eliška Matešková with the number 1 on her shorts. Aneta Štukalova number 2, Engine Lee 3, Jinchai 4, Miki Tori 5, Minyon Lee 6, Sujin Yu 7, Li Zimeng 8, Huang Zizhuan 9, and then Jin Yu and Jihan and Anna Burke, the remaining riders in this race. So heat number 3, Group A, getting underway, 7 laps, of course. And it's Eliška Matešková who is in prime position at the moment. She won heat number 2. Aneta Štukalova sitting in second, Engine Lee in third place at the moment. This is the final set of heats for the day. And then we'll be back again tomorrow morning for heat number 4. And then the all-important finals, the top 12 riders after the heats are all done and dusted. Best 3 out of the 4 results to count for the heats, of course, to see who goes into the finals. While Matešková in the lead of the race. She was second in heat 1, Group A, but followed that up in heat 2 with a win. Štukalova winning heat 2, Group B, but Štukalova finishing a little down the standings in heat 1, Group A. She was down in 5th place, so needing a decent finish here to set herself up for tomorrow. We see some of the riders going at it. Is Matešková going for the long lap here on lap number 3 of 7 of this race. All of the riders having a little bit of a lunch break, and it's the final race of the day. So Matešková, the women's world champion, of course, from last season, dominant season, winning everything in 2024, leading Štukalova, who was second in the standings last season. Fair few points behind Matešková. We're on lap 3 of the race, and of course for Matešková, who does have that second place finish, she will be looking to go 3 from 3 in the remaining heats, and this is an important way for Matešková to start off heat number 3, and at least she can finish, well, if she sees this one out, finish with 2 victories from the 3 heats so far. And Štukalova, after that 5th place finish earlier on in the day, again looking to put that behind her and ensure that she is up in a good starting position for tomorrow. But still, of course, heat 4 to come tomorrow. Another lap completed, lap 3 completed for Matešková. There's Engine Lee, the number 3 on her shorts, and Engine Lee with a 5th place finish in heat 2 and a 3rd place finish in heat number 1. Lee sitting on 19 points at the moment. So Matešková still in command of this race. Has got 1 long lap done already, and Matešková on lap 4. Štukalova sitting in a second right now. All going to plan for Matešková and Štukalova. Just the last time check when they crossed the line after lap 3, there was 1.7 seconds between them. Engine Lee with not too much clear water, but the hand goes up. Engine Lee along with Chai Jin from China with some hands in the air there, just signaling something. But Engine Lee 4th, Chai Jin in 5th. Matešková has done her 2 long laps already. There she is. She is in the provisional race lead, just leaning over nicely on that turn. You can see Anna Burke up ahead of Matešková. Matešková finding her way past onto her 5th lap of the race. Both Rider in the water, can't quite make out who it is, but well avoided by Eliška Marušková. Got a little bit more space in front of her here to work her way through the remaining laps of the race. Into the split section. Going for the left-hand split is the race leader. The rider in second, Aneta Slukalova. Very little between the two of them. Although Slukalova still with a long lap to complete. Onto lap 6 now for the two leaders of the race. Marušková, who can just focus on the final couple of laps here. She's done the work, and just a small gap between Marušková and Slukalova. Less than 2 seconds between them right now. Engine Lee, provisional lead of the race, but I think there is still a long lap to come from Engine Lee. She's got to negotiate again some lap traffic. Huang Zhishan from China, who was in 10th place, in the way, but the race leaders onto the split section. White flag will be coming out for Eliška Marušková. There is that white flag from the pontoon, signalling that those two at the front of the race are on to the final lap. Eliška Marušková. Again, it's been another flawless performance from the Czech Rider of the World champion. So there, Engine Lee still running in third place, but Marušková and Slukalova pretty comfortable right now. Engine Lee there has a bit of company from Chai Jin in 5th place. Lee running in 4th. And that's closing it all up between these two riders. A bit of a battle on the final lap, but Marušková and Slukalova have been pretty dominant in this one. Eliška Marušková should just be able to see it out from here, where there she is again. A bit of company through the final turn, but Eliška Marušková rounds the final turn, comes through, takes the victory, and well, starts off the day with 2 wins and a 3rd place, a 2nd place finish. So all in all, not too bad a day. She'd have wanted to go 3 from 3, but there's still a chance tomorrow, of course, for Eliška Marušková. Slukalova finishing in 2nd place as well. Mikitori grabbing 3rd for Japan. Engine Lee 4th. So the first heat all done and well, heat 3, first race of the afternoon session, all done and dusted. As Engine Lee, that's another 3rd place finish. 4th place finish. No, it was 3rd for Engine Lee. To apologise. No, I got it right in the end. It was 4th for Engine Lee, and Mikitori grabbing 3rd. So Marušková picks up the 18 points for the victory. Moves her on to 50 points. That is her target, of course. She can add to that if she gets the victory in heat number 4 tomorrow morning. Slukalova was on 26 coming into this race, and she now moves to 40 points, so it's advantage Marušková. A good performance from Mikitori and Engine Lee, who's been pretty consistent today coming into these heats. Engine Lee now on at 28 points, so chance of a final still on for the Korean. Chai Jin in 5th, Lee Min-yeon 6th, Lee Jimeng 7th, Jin Yu 8th, and Jihan 9th. Huang Zhishan in 10th, and Anna Burke in 11th. Yu Sujin not starting that final race. So Matejkova out of the water. We get ready now for Group B. So Gao Jiyin in this one has put together a good couple of results. Today she had second place in heat number 1. Second in heat number 2. She's on 28 points right now. Mariana Navarova started off the morning with a victory in Group A heat 1. Navarova sitting on 29 points after third place in Heat 2 Group A. Sara Zubarova has got a win in Heat number 1. She's in this one as well. And Zubarova starting second here. This one on 32 points with a win and a second place finish. Struklova starting 4th. Lukscheider in 5th, Arantxa Flores starting 6th, Rosalia Yanora 7th, Alaya Flores 8th, Lauren Thielen 9th, Zhu Nijin 10th, Rihanna DeVoe 11th, and Jennifer Beckman in 12th place. So that's your lineup for Heat 3 Group B. Out on the water, ready to just about get started their final heat of the day, and then we will have 4 more heats to come for the men. That will bring us to a close for today. If you haven't caught any of the early action, I think that should be getting uploaded fairly soon, if not now. So if you missed the early races in the morning, we did have 1 or 2 internet issues, but I think we're all sorted now. If you're watching us live, and then Gao Jiyin with her hand in the air, looking to round off a pretty good day for the Chinese rider. She has beaten the best of the Chinese women. Sara Zubarova with a win and a second place as well. Putting together a decent run of races. So hand in the air, the riders lapping back around the jet ski. So let's see if they get away. They're lined up okay. It's a little bit choppier this afternoon. The wind, as expected, has picked up. Everyone happy, or will we do it again? Yeah, I think we're going to get underway, and it's okay start from Gao Jiyin. Sara Zubarova was on the power quickly. Mariana Navarova looking over her shoulder, and she moves across to the right-hand side, try and set up on the inside line. The rider at number 3 does make the pass, pushes Zubarova down to second place. So good work there out of the start for Mariana Navarova. Zubarova follows her onto that right-hand split. Gao Jiyin on the left-hand side, but it looks like Navarova might just be coming through. Oh, she just is held in second place. Gao Jiyin was able to hold it through the split section, and Navarova, who started third, up to second place with Zubarova in third place right now. 7-lap race, of course. And the 1, 2, 3, Gao Jiyin, Mariana Navarova, Sara Zubarova, Emma Struklova in 4th, Linda Lukscheider in 5th, Thielen in 6th. On to the second lap of the race. See Zubarova going over to that right-hand split. I think Navarova may have already gone for the split here. There is Gao Jiyin from China coming through to complete another lap with Sara Zubarova for company. So on to lap 3 now. And yeah, you see the riders missing the buoy. There's 2 riders in the water, so both Gao Jiayin and Sara Zubarova putting their hand in the air. Didn't want to take the racing line because there was somebody right in the way, so I think that'll be all okay with the officials. Playing it safely there, just coming off the power. So Mariana Navarova has gone for the long lap. It's Gao Jiayin in the lead of the race with Sara Zubarova. Just bringing lap 3 to a close. A couple of the riders out on the long lap. It's Gao Jiayin and Sara Zubarova who are out in front right now. They've completed lap 3 on to lap 4. See these riders entering the split, and Zubarova's now got a little bit of company there in between herself and Gao Jiayin. Gao Jiayin going for the long lap, as does Sara Zubarova. And Mariana Navarova, who went for the long lap earlier in the race, will start to move up the leaderboard. Right now she is obviously in 7th the last time she crossed the line. Lukscheider running in 4th at the moment. Was she just trying to shake something off from that left hand, or perhaps just a little bit bumpy, but all okay. Running in 4th right now, and now Mariana Navarova working her way back through the field. Gao Jiayin still with the advantage in this race over Sara Zubarova, but long laps were completed on the last lap. We're on to lap number 4 for the majority of the riders. A lap back there is the 2 leaders of the race. Very little between them. Zubarova chasing down the Chinese rider. It's been a very strong morning of racing for the Chinese athlete. Second in heat 2. Second in heat number 1, and she crosses the line again to start lap 5. Sara Zubarova not too far behind her as well. Gao Jiayin. Jiayin from China with just about 3.3 second advantage over Zubarova. Mariana Navarova going for the long lap early in the race, and that has well, we'll find out if it works out in the end for Navarova. Haven't seen if she's gone for another long lap. There is Zubarova a little bit further back now. Apologies, folks. Just had a minor coughing fit there, but we're okay again. On to lap 5 of the race. Gao Jiayin in the lead. Rosalia Yanora running in 3rd at the moment. There she is with the number 7. And Yanora coming through to complete her 5th lap of the race, so she's on to lap number 6. White flag lap coming up for Gao Jiayin. It's worked out well for her today. She's managed to put the distance on Sara Zubarova. I think she might still have another long lap to come here. And that's where it's all going to shake out. There's 36 seconds between Gao Jiayin in 1st and Mariana Navarova in 4th. But let's see what the Chinese athlete has to do here. Does she have to take another long lap? I think she has still got one to take. Yes, she does. So this is going to be interesting. Gao Jiayin onto the long lap on the final lap of the race. But it's Mariana Navarova that we want to be looking for. She's got the number 3 on her shorts. Sara Zubarova with the number 2. And here is who was the race leader. Is she still going to be the race leader coming out of the long lap? Gao Jiayin saving the long lap till the end. Emma Strukalova are up to second place. She's on the final lap of the race, but Gao Jiayin from China has delivered here, and Mariana Navarova up into third place. Well, Gao Jiayin has really delivered in this third and final heat for the women today. Heat 3, Group B. Timing it right, putting a bit of space between herself and the rest of the field when it mattered. And Gao Jiayin just really keeping it as clean as she can through the final turn. Certainly trickier conditions over the last 15 minutes or so. Gets a little bit windier throughout the afternoon, but the checkered flag comes out and the win going to Gao Jiayin. So Gao Jiayin with a really strong victory in Heat 3 Group B. Just wrapping it all up for you. Mariana Navarova in the end finishing in second place. Just over 6 seconds behind. Emma Strukalova in third and Sara Zubarova in fourth. Luke Scheider finishing in fifth place. First win of the heats for Gao Jiayin from China. And the 18 points to add to the 28 that she has already got in the bag from the earlier races. And again, that just changes things up towards the top of the standings after today's heats, and we'll talk you through all that tomorrow morning once we get into heat number 4. So after 2 second place finishes, the win in Heat 3 for Gao Jiayin. Mariana Navarova started in third place, finishing in second place. Zubarova in the end just over 9 seconds back in fourth place. So changes the order of things around a little bit. Of course, Zubarova started the day off with a victory ahead of Gao Jiayin. But the Chinese rider's been ultra consistent throughout the heats and rewarded with a victory in Heat 3 Group B. So women will exit the water. The men now getting ready for Heat 3, Group A. Lukas Zahorski starting at number 1, Damian Kadlec 2, Taisuke Mamada 3, Mark Andrews 4, Gao Jiayin 5, Alexander Strom 6, Anthony Squire 7, Arkadiusz Janora 8th, Sebastian Lux 9, Murat Jorganchelar and Ender Jorganchelar 10th and 11th. So I did promise I would talk you through a little bit about the qualification process again. Really keeping the guys on the crew hot with the mute button, but catching them out a little bit. But they're on it. They're on it. Great crew that we have here. Thank you for all of the work that they do. So the World Games qualifying whilst the men get ready, as we see Mark Andrews, the Canadian there, going to earn at least 1 point in the World Championship to be able to compete in the qualifying race. That was the first way to get in. You can only have 2 athletes per gender per country at the World Games, and then 1 country, 1 team per country in the Nations Cup. 24 men, 24 women will be in the field in Chengdu in August. Qualification process it began actually 21st of May last year. They usually last about a year. Actually 2023 it was, so that gave the athletes the time to generate the 1 point that they needed to be able to be eligible for this race. Got 3 guaranteed spots for Chinese athletes in the single individual events. 1 spot for China is guaranteed in the Nations Cup. For the women, the best 19 athletes from the qualification race, up to 2 per country, will qualify. Best 20 men, up to 2 per country, of course. And then the UIM will look at the spots as well. So when we get the final results as well, you've got to look through how many Czech athletes, Chinese athletes are ahead of you, because when there's only 24 spots to give out, you kind of have to work your way down through the list, and actually what we call in the sports world a clean list of athletes once you start working it out based on 2 per country. So the riders getting ready for Heat 3, Group A, first of the men's heats this afternoon. Then we'll have 3 more heats to bring the day to a close here in Fujairah. And Lukas Zahorsky, here's the whistle, and gets us underway with the racing. He's on the left-hand side of your screen there. He'll be on the inside line. 2nd place and a victory for Zahorsky. So if he wants to have any chance of pole position, number 1 spot tomorrow, then he has to win this one and hope he wins in heat number 4 as well. But he started off strongly with a good clean start, has Zahorsky. Damien Kadlec, the number 2 on his shorts, getting away well as well. He is in 2nd place. And Zahorsky just trying to put some time on those behind him. Mark Andrews getting up to 3rd place. He started in 4th place. Did the Canadian, and the top 3 all. Does Mark Andrews think about the long lap? No, the top 3 all going to complete the lap here. Andrews just over a second behind Damien Kadlec. Kaiji Yun in 4th. Anthony Squire running in 5th place. Squire started in 7th, so making up a couple of places from the start, which is good news. The American needs to start picking up some points pretty quickly in these heats. Already could be pretty tricky to get into the final, but it's about generating that spot and finishing as high up the leaderboard as you can after this qualification race. Zahorsky onto lap number 3. Just the 6 laps for the men, 1 less than the women will do, of course, following the UIM rules for stock class racing. And hand in the air for Zahorsky on lap number 3, onto the long lap, and Damien Kadlec follows him as well. Didn't catch sight of Mark Andrews to see what he was thinking about doing, but he may have stayed out, could be in the race lead, but just over 2 seconds between 1st and 2nd last time that they crossed the line. And it's Zahorsky on his 3rd lap of the race that is now just trying to exit the split in clear water. We got a rider down, just trying to make out exactly who it is. But that is not good news. May have been Alexander Strom, but just try and confirm that for you in a second. Couldn't make out who it was, so apologies for that, folks. But 1 rider down, and getting a bit of help from the jet ski. Lukas Zahorsky had his problems in heat number 1. Now it's Arkadiusz Janora that's getting towed back. That is bad news for Janora after what had been a really good couple of heats in the morning for Janora. Picked up that second place in Heat 2 Group B. So it's all down to heat number 4 tomorrow morning for Arkadiusz Janora. He was looking good potentially for a place in the final, but he's got his work cut out now. So Zahorski, Kadlec, Andrews were the 1, 2, 3. Zahorski and Kadlec had gone for the long lap. On to lap 4 of this race, 4 of 6. Still running with Lucas Zahorski, the race leader. Split section up ahead for Zahorski, favouring that right-hand split. Got some clear water up ahead, and that is useful for the Czech rider. Saying doesn't have quite as much power when he's on the electric jet surf. Rider in the water there, that's a tricky spot, so Zahorski doing well to avoid him, completing another lap. That is 4 laps done for Zahorski. On to lap number 5 now. Sitting in second, Daisuke Mamada in the lead, although long lap still to come for Mamada. Sun drifting behind us now over the city of Fujairah. We're facing east out towards the Gulf of Oman. Kaji Yun there, just shaking it off. He's off for a long lap, a hand in the air. Was in 3rd place. We're on the 5th lap of the race. And Zahorski's got another rider to try and avoid. Hand in the air, just comes off the power to... missed the buoy, but there was a rider in the way, so signalling to the marshal that nowhere to go there, so doing the right thing, of course. He knows how to get it done. Zahorski on to the final lap of the race, taking the white flag. He is in the lead, but has to go off for the long lap. He's had to negotiate his way through this one because there has been 1 or 2 riders that have fallen right in front of him. You can see the chop just increased a little bit as the wind has changed and appeared for the afternoon. Saps the energy a little bit more. You can see where Damian Kadlec is. There's Daisuke Mamada, who's been putting together a solid race, just going around the outside there, one of the back markers, and Mamada has to go and take a long lap as well. So Mamada off, he was in second. That's going to see him drop a little bit. Haven't seen much of Mark Andrews after what was a really strong start, but Lucas Zahorski on the final lap of the race, and it's a comfortable one in the end for Zahorski, moving to that left-hand split for the final lap. And Zahorski, after winning Heat 2, is about to cross the line for the victory in Heat number 3. And after 2nd place in Heat 1, strong end to today's heats for Zahorski with the victories. Anthony Squire there was running in 5th place, ahead of Damian Kadlec, who may have had an issue somewhere that we didn't quite catch, but the American just trying to hold off Kadlec in front. That could be one to watch. There is Daisuke Mamada. It's all going to be pretty tight through this final split section, certainly between Mamada and Damian Kadlec. And Kadlec on the right-hand side is able to get the speed, and he's going to come through and finish ahead of Anthony Squire there with the number 7 on his shorts. But Zahorski taking it. Mark Andrews coming through in 2nd place with a really solid run from Andrews. That's going to help his cause massively. Cao Ji-yun finishing in 3rd place. Kadlec in the end in 4th, and not ideal for Kadlec, but 8 points for Anthony Squire, certainly helping move him in the right direction. Mark Andrews pretty happy with that second place finish. Right time of the day to do it as well, picking up the 14 points for second place. Just what he needed as well. He was third in Heat 1 at Group B. And in Heat 2, Mark Andrews missing out on a big pile of points. So Andrews with that second place finish. Very, very helpful when it comes to making the final. Disappointment for Arkadiusz Janora, who had been going well in the early heats. But finishing down in 11th, not finishing the race. So technical issue for Janora, but he'll be back tomorrow. Three heats to go, and we get ready now for Group B. As Group A exiting. So here's your start list for Heat 3 Group B. Jin Shulin with that number 1 on his shorts. He won Heat 2, just on 18 points though. Wasn't able to start in Heat number 1. Maciej Nowotny sitting on the maximum 36. It's going to be really interesting between Jin Shulin and Maciej Nowotny at the front of the race. Nowotny, of course, the elite world champion from 2024. Up against a relative unknown quantity in Jin Shulin, who has certainly been impressive here with his qualifying and in Heat number 2. Jin Shulin was in the field, raced in the stock class in Macau, finished in 11th place there, making it through to the final. So showing a little bit of form here, but it's been impressive since he's arrived in the UAE. And can he go on and grab another victory, really ignite his challenge after the disappointment of Heat 1. So Jin Shulin in 1, Maciej Nowotny 2, Zhang Naizhu 3, Vacesarek Yantorn 4, Mike Michaelidis in 5, Alexander Lana 6, Suguru Ikeda 7th, Ted Burke in 8th, Anthony Mastroni 9th, Roman Lichal Kraterspiel 10th, Paul Torrey 11th, Abraham Tibor 12th. Hand in the air, Jin Shulin is going to get everybody lined up and in position for this race. Nowotny alongside him with the number 2. Zhang Maizhu in 3. Vacesarek Yantorn in 4. Jin Shulin not so experienced about of leading these fields out. It is tricky to find the pace, but they're lined up pretty well here. See if they get the okay. Alexander Lana just looking over and probably running a little bit too quick there. So they're going to lap back around. Give it another go. After this one, 2 heats to go. Heats groups, well, 2 groups to go. Group C and Group D. So it's going to be all eyes on that man with the number 2 shorts. Maciej Nowotny out of the start. What is he able to do? He's put together two very strong races so far today. Zhang Maizhu sitting in third place on the start. Let's see if Jin Shulin just runs it a little slower this time. Just still got a few riders to get into position here. But Jin Shulin leading them off. It looks like there's Mastroni at the back, and it looks like they're going to get the green light this time. Nope. Going to try again, so the marshal's not happy with that one. Jin Shulin in conversation with one of the marshals there, probably just providing maybe some friendly advice as to the speed, the approach to take, but it's all part of the learning process for these riders that are finding themselves in this position, perhaps for the first time. So hand goes back in the air. Novotny would rather be starting first, and he would control it. We saw Zahorsky in Group A handle it all nicely and get everyone away at the first time of asking. So lined up pretty nicely this time, and let's see. Well, there's the top six all in a good position. It's the riders after that that are there. Lined up and bit of a gap between 6th and 7th. The two groups of athletes, but we finally get underway with Heat 3 Group B. Novotny with the number 2 on his shorts is in a really tight battle. He's going to be squeezed through the middle here. Jin Shulin pushed is on the inside, but these two riders side by side, and that was great racing from Jin Shulin to hold on to top spot, but Novotny over to that right-hand split, and this is where the Czech world champion will look to put on the power and try and come out of the split section in top spot. It's going to be super tight between first and second. The Chinese rider has to make that tight turn. Matthias Novotny on the inside, but thinks better of it. Loses a little bit of time there on the Chinese rider. He took it close, but in the end sensible, because that could have ended up a lot worse. But Jin Shulin has delivered a quality first lap there, and immediately Matthias Novotny off on a long lap there, and going to try and win this race a different way. Zhang Maizhu in third, Vajasarek Yantorn fourth, Alexander Lana fifth, and there we have got Novotny on the long lap. I think Roman Lichal Kratochvil may have gone with him as well. I'm not sure, rider in the water, so apologies if I gave the wrong information there. But certainly Novotny on the long lap, and that means a lot of clear water for the Chinese rider, Jin Shulin, who is on his second lap of the race. Comes through and completes it. So again, it's just well, he's just behind a little bit of traffic there. He gave way, didn't want to push too hard, and the race leader now off onto his first long lap of the race. So it'll be interesting to see where Novotny has come out. There is Matthias Novotny, race leader. He's yeah, Yantorn up ahead of him, but one long lap already done for Matthias Novotny. Jin Shulin with a little bit of traffic. So Jin Shulin, after the long lap on the previous lap, is out in front ahead of Matthias Novotny, and these two are in a bit of a battle in Heat 3 Group B. What does Novotny do in second place? It's advantage Jin Shulin right now. He's got the position. They've both done one long lap each. Does Novotny in second place decide just to go for the long lap again? Or is he going to stay on the tail of Jin Shu-Lin's board? That appears to be the plan. Just about a second between the two of them. On to the fourth of 6 laps of the race, and the way it's shaping up, they may both end up on the long lap at the same time, but Novotny's got at least an advantage here, as he can see what Jin Shu-Lin is going to do. So perhaps, at least as we're on the 4th lap, there is an opportunity if Jin Shu-Lin was to go for the long lap on the next lap. Novotny could at least stay out for a lap longer and try and take it on the final lap and flip that around. If Jin Shu-Lin doesn't go for it here, Novotny could himself choose to go for it and then hope for the best. But they are in first and second right now. And Jin Shu-Lin does pull off, and the race leader onto his second long lap, and Novotny is going to have to do it on the final lap, but he had back marker in front of him there as Jin Shu-Lin pulled away to tackle the long lap. So Novotny will hope to get some clear water and try and make up some time. Doesn't need to make up much. It was less than 2 seconds, in fact just over a second and a half between first and second. So Jin Shu-Lin will be hoping that he has got clear water in front of him. But at this stage of a race, there is kind of riders all over the track, so not a lot you can do about that. Just got to deal with what's in front of you. It's been an intriguing tactical battle between Novotny and Jin Shu-Lin. Novotny onto the final lap of the race, but he has got to take the long lap, which he's doing now. Not sure he would have made up quite enough time, but it's going to be interesting to see the exit of the long lap for Matthias Novotny, because he's trying to take it close. Jin Shu-Lin now coming through, he completes the lap. Now there is Novotny just up ahead of him, and it's going to be so tight, and Novotny just squeezes in front of Jin Shu-Lin, and that was impressive riding from the Czech athlete. He is squeezed himself up into top spot, getting the tactics right, was able to use the clear water, and Novotny in the lead of the race. Jin Shu-Lin running in second place. It was so tight on that exit from the split, from the long lap back into the race course, but Novotny getting it done on the final lap, and that is going to allow him to come through, exit the split, and grab what will be his 3rd victory of the heats so far. And Novotny takes it. Jin Shu-Lin with a great race in second place, but it's Matthias Novotny who picks up the maximum points in Heat 3 Group B. A great race between those two riders, and it all came down to the slimmest of margins. Tactically, Novotny getting that absolutely spot on. Zhang Miaozhu coming through in 3rd place. Alexander Lanner in 4th, picking up the 9 points for 4th place. So job done. Matthias Novotny, 3 heats, 3 victories for him throughout the opening heats here on a Saturday afternoon in Fujairah. So there the results, still provisional of course, with Novotny taking it, Jin Shu-Lin second, Zhang Miaozhu third, Lanner fourth, Ted Burke in 5th. Best finish of the heat so far for Anthony Mistroni in 7th, picking up the 6 points. So 2 heats to go. Heats 3, Group C and Group D. Interesting one. Group C, we have got Kim Min-sung and Kim Down. Alex Luxscheider in there for company as well. And there the start list. Luxscheider starting in 2nd. Luxscheider 2nd in the world standings last season in the elite class, up against the 2 men that were so dominant in stock racing last season in Kim Min-sung and Kim Down. Of course, with Kim Down also winning the Masters class as well. Timothy Zubor starting 4th, Farej Ramadan 5th, Yanji Tao 6th, Chen Zhangqi 7th, Tahi Han 8th, Ryder Sawangwon in 9th, Julian Renaud 10th, Wanu Kidi 11th, Vladimir Maslenikov in 12th place. So that is your lineup for the penultimate race of the day. Kim Min-sung is going to lead them off, of course, super experienced. Timothy Zubor, the Slovakian rider, in 4th. Farej Ramadan, he'll be in 5th. He's got the number 5 on his shorts. Kim Min-sung winning Heat 1 Group C and then finished 2nd in Heat 2 Group C behind Maciej Nowotny. Kim Down with a 3rd place in Heat 2 Group D's on 25 points. Here's Kim Down after 2nd place as well in Heat 1 Group B behind Manik Skamla in that one. So going to plan for the 2 Koreans, Kim Min-sung and Kim Down. Alex Luxscheider, such a strong athlete, isn't he? And he will be hoping to put one down here, but he's going to be challenged with the 2 Koreans in this race and see if he's able to deliver. He won Heat 1 Group A. Getting lined up in the start for this one. Kim Min-sung knows how to line up a group of riders, knows how to get this done, just waiting and everyone in position, and he will manage the speed on the start and just say no. We're going to rerun. Some of the riders not quite in the right position there. So Kim Min-sung could do with another victory here. That's just about the day's race, or tomorrow's racing, but certainly in terms of how things are working out so far for Kim Min-sung, that spot at the World Games certainly in his hands at the moment. So hand in the air, Farej Ramadan a little further back. He's going to have to get into position. Kim Min-sung just saying, right, hand in the air, let's get ready. Ryder Sawangwon starting in 9th place in this one. He was 6th in Heat 2 Group D, his first race of the day after not being able to start Heat 1. So penultimate race of the day. Looks like they're lined up a little bit better this time. Command hand in the air from Kim Min-sung. Luxscheider in 2nd place. Are they going to get away here? Running out of time. Looking across. lined up okay. I think they are going to get away here. And they do get away this time. Kim Min-song leads off Heat 3, Group C. Luke Scheider in second, Kim Down in third. Kim Down just trying to drift a little to the inside. But it's as expected out of the start. And Ryder coming through. Oh, almost a little bit of contact. It's so tight coming into that one. I think that was Timothy Zubor and Fares Ramadan. But Min-song, Kim Min-song, Alex Luke Scheider, Kim Down all getting away very cleanly and across the line to complete lap one. Kim Min-song getting it done on the opening lap, and the Korean off and away in his final race of the day. So Luke Scheider up into second place, Fares Ramadan in third, Kim Down in fourth. So maybe it wasn't Fares Ramadan in that very close entry to the turn, although sure a rider missed one of the buoys there. But to see that again, super tight out of the start. But Kim Min-song leading Alex Luke Scheider. Then a bit of a gap back to Fares Ramadan. So Kim Min-song has been quite keen on going for early long laps. Let's see what he does here. He's just about to complete his second lap of the race. Again, Luke Scheider can see what he does. Decide to either go for it now. Well, let's see. Kim Min-song can see the lap traffic ahead of him and decides, yep, now's the right time to go for it. So he goes for the long lap. Luke Scheider decides to stay out on the racetrack and deal with the lap traffic that's ahead. So Luke Scheider in the provisional lead of the race at the moment, as Kim Min-song is on the long lap. But already riders all over this racetrack. Kim Min-song is probably going to have some lap traffic to deal with, or he might get lucky. Maybe going early. Maybe he can get some clear water. So there's the Korean. Was in the lead of the race. A super strong start, and Luke Scheider would have been hoping to not get tied up behind back markers. Wano Kidi in front of him. Luke Scheider heads off for his long lap. So it's all about Luke Scheider and Kim Min-song when they exit the long lap. How close are they going to be? Kim Min-song still to complete the lap, which he will do now. So he's on to lap number 4. And then Alex Luke Scheider out on the long lap. And there is Luke Scheider, but where is Kim Min-song? And Kim Min-song does get out ahead of him, so the Korean in the lead of the race. Kim Min-song with that early long lap appears to have worked. We'll confirm it all just as the riders come through the line. And the next time of asking, we're on to lap 4 or 6 of the race. There's Luke Scheider in second place. I think he had more traffic to deal with. Yeah, Kim Min-song does get out in front. Luke Scheider in second, but still very little between them. And they do have one more long lap each to take. Super tight racing between these two. We thought it might be. Kim Down still in a reasonable position, but he's got another long lap to take. Now, what does Kim Min-song do here? Does he go for the long lap and then give himself a clear run on the final lap, or does he decide, yeah, he's putting the hand up, so Kim Min-song goes for the long lap. Luke Scheider stays on course. So these two riders are going to come out on the next lap very, very close. So Luke Scheider hoping this time he doesn't have any lap traffic to deal with, and this is where he's got to step on the pace. This is where he's got to find whatever power he can get out of this stock board. He's going to cross the line in the race lead, but he's got to go for the long lap on the next lap. So Kim Min-song back on the racecourse out of the long lap. Luke Scheider will take the white flag here, but Luke Scheider has to go for the long lap here. So Luke Scheider in the lead, but where is Kim Min Song going to place? Just avoiding Chen Zhai there. Now Luke Scheider with a little wave to say, yep, I'm out on the long lap, and Kim Min Song out of the split and into final turn. So Kim Min Song, where is he going to place? So Alex Luke Scheider on the long lap, but we need to see where Kim Min Song is. Luke Scheider, there he is. So Luke Scheider and Kim Min Song are going to be super tight. It's going to be Luke Scheider who just squeezes in front, coming out of that long lap. It has worked for the man that finished in second place in the elite standings last season. Alex Luke Scheider getting it done on the final lap of the race. He leads the way. Kim Min Song in second. And it's the split section to come. Kim Min Song will have to make do with the 14 points, but Luke Scheider is going to take the maximum here. So out of the splits, one turn to negotiate, and Alex Luke Scheider from Czechia takes the checkered flag and the 18 points. Kim Min Song follows him across the line, 14 points going his way. Just over 2 seconds between them. In the end, well, great racing between those two, and the tactical battle there on display. It worked for Luke Scheider. I think he just had a little bit more clear water right when it counted. Luke Scheider and Kim Min Song in a class of their own in that race. A little bit further down, Kim down finishing in third place, picking up 11 points. Fares Ramadan finishing in fourth. Timothy Zubor coming through in fifth. Chen Zhai in sixth, picking up 7 points. There's the final results. Seventh place going to Tahi Han. Urquidi in eighth, Sawangwan in ninth. Yanzi Tao 10th, Julien Renaud in 11th, Vladimir Mazlenikov in 12th. All right, folks, one race to go. Here is your start list for Heat 3, Group D in the men's race here in MotoSurf, the World Games qualifier. Fujairah in the United Arab Emirates, qualifying for the World Games 2025 in Chengdu, China, between the 7th and 17th of August. Zhu Linjing in that number one starting spot. Marek Skamla into Kim Min-jun 3, Zheng Zhanghao 4, Hassan Bobas from Q8 in 5, Wu Yongkan 6, Jano Vankersblick, who was on the Electric Challenge circuit last season, starting 7th. Vankersblick finished 2nd in the Electric Challenge behind Lukas Zahorski. Moving on after the Belgian in 7th. Hannes Holtberg in 8th. Stanislav Ganichkin 9th. Natapak Kanchanapur 10th. Maxim Gavronov in 11th. And Abdullah Al-Blushi from the United Arab Emirates in 12th on the start. So it'll be Zhu Linqing that is going to get everyone all into position. Zhu Linqing finished second in Heat 2 behind Alex Lukscheider, Heat 2, Group D. See if he can add to those second place finishes. He was second behind Maciej Novotny in Heat 1, Group D. Marek Skamla winning Heat 1, Group B. He's second in the start order. Skamla finishing second behind Zahorsky in Heat 2. On 32 points at the moment. And in the air, Zhu Linqing. Did you catch that sneeze? Do apologise, folks. Throat's better than yesterday. Not coughing, believe it or not, quite as much, but it's my nose today that's decided to just stream continuously, which certainly wasn't expecting when we woke up this morning. But we're ready to go with the final heat of the day, the final race on a busy day of racing here, with Heat 4 to come tomorrow, and of course the women's and men's finals. So Zhu Linqing is going to lead them away here, and no, we're going to rerun the fun, just keep everyone waiting for the final race. Are slightly ahead of schedule, so it wasn't due to be underway until 10 minutes past 3, so all running to plan so far in the afternoon session. And 6 laps of racing to enjoy before we wrap it all up for you. We'll be back, of course, tomorrow. 9 a.m. is the start time for heat number 4. 6 heats, 2 women's, 4 men's. And then we'll have a bit of a break, and then the finals coming up tomorrow afternoon. So, second time of asking. See if they get away. Look like they're lined up pretty well this time. And we are going to get away. Zhu Linqing very low on the board. Trying to get that jet into the water as well as he can. But Marek Skamla getting away. Lightning quick. And the Slovakian powers away out of this from the start. And he is in a great position. But Zhu Linqing over on that right-hand split. He's going to keep it pretty tight coming out of the split section. But Marek Skamla has just enough. Zhu Linqing, he is going to squeeze into second place as we complete the first lap of the race. Up into third place is the man with number 4 on his shorts as well. Feng Zhanghao and Hassan Baubas up into 4th place. Kim Minjun in 5th for Korea. So Marek Skamla, after that blisteringly quick start, I think has gone for the long lap already, so getting it out of the way. Yeah, Baubas in 4th place. So already riders thinking about long laps early in the race. A rider in the water there. Looks like they're getting back on their feet, which is good to see. So there, Marek Skamla. Actually, don't think he did go for the long lap. So Skamla still onto his 3rd lap of the race after that superb start. So Skamla still with 2 long laps to take, but he's trying to put as much of an advantage as he can over the rest of the field. Zhu Linqing 4.1 behind. So there's Scamler. Thinking he might just squeeze those long laps in when he can. Zhu Linqing is on the long lap now, so the man in second place. Just trying to getting that first long lap out of the way, and Scamler putting it the distance on the field. He's built that advantage and will hopefully make it count on the third lap here, starting at lap number 4. So Scamler surely now is going to take the long lap. So Scamler in the lead of the race. Let's watch closely. Hands go in the air. There is Marek Scamler onto the long lap as expected. Zhu Linqing just ahead of that's Feng Zhanghao, who has also gone for a long lap early in the race. So Zhu Linqing putting together another solid race here, although did lose that position out of the start. So Scamler back on the course. On his fourth lap of the race, and working round to the split section. She's into now. And the Slovakian, who's having a pretty decent day of things at the moment, is has a long lap out of the way. Will take the start lap 5 now. So it's Scamler in prime position with Zhu Linqing, the man that we are watching. Marek Scamler still in the lead of the race. He's on lap 5 and goes for the long lap here. So Scamler with the advantage. So getting his second long lap out of the way on the 5th lap. It gives him a clear final lap of the race. Zhu Linqing still trying to get himself into position to challenge Marek Scamler, but Scamler had built up that advantage from the opening lap where he really put the time into Zhu Linqing. It all came from that exceptional start from the Slovakian. And Scamler now back on the course, and will take the white flag once he's completed this lap of the race. A couple of turns and then the split section awaits. Here it is. So Scamler there is the man in second place. Zhu Linqing staying 4th on the leaderboard as well, but of course there's a rider in the water, so hand in the air, has to avoid him. No, didn't slow down much, but acknowledged that there was somebody down and in the way, so he is going to move on to his final lap of the race here. The white flag is out, but where is he going to come out? The battle between Zhu Linqing and Marek Scamler. There is Marek Scamler on the final lap of the race, just looking to see this one out. He did have Feng Zhanghao ahead of him, but Feng Zhanghao had to go for a long lap, and we've got a rider in the water. It's Zhu Linqing. He gets back up quickly, but has that cost him a place? It didn't look like it's cost him too much, but for running in a comfortable second place on the final lap, that is not what you want to do. And Zhu Linqing with an untimely fall, but Marek Scamler putting together a quality race here. He got the job done out of the start, and he's able to just cruise through the final turn, and Marek Scamler crosses the line, takes his second victory of the day and the 18 points. Zhu Linqing with a bit of a problem on the final lap. Doesn't look like it's cost him a position. Final turn for the Chinese rider, and he does cross the line. Just wait and see where he places in the end. Just a confirm it all for you. But no doubt about the winner. Marek Skamla from Slovakia. Comfortable in the end. Put himself in a great position. Here is Zhu Linqing. Doesn't look like he was at... I'm sure this is a replay. Did he have a problem with the board? Is that the issue? Yeah, I think he did have a problem with the board. Went into the water there, and I don't think the board had anything like enough power. So Zhu Linqing has ended up in 4th place with Feng Zhanghao in 2nd. Hassan Bobas crossing the line. Say that again. Do apologise, folks. Hassan Bobas finishing in 3rd place. Zhu Linqing in 4th in the end. So big problems for Zhu Linqing on that final lap. But Hassan Bobas in 3rd, Feng Zhanghao in 2nd, and Marek Skamla taking the victory, as we've just seen, by 6 seconds. Holtberg finishing in 6th place for Sweden. Van Kersblick in 7th. Kanchanapurn in 8th. Kanichkin 9th. Gavronov in 10th. Wu Yongkan 11th. Abdullah Al-Blushi in 12th place. Well, that wraps things up for today. Thank you so much for your company here in Fujairah, the United Arab Emirates, the MotoSurf World Games qualifier. Thank you for putting up with my sneezing, my coughing, my blocked nose. I really appreciate your company today. My name's Ian Finley. We'll wrap it up there. We'll see you 9 AM local time tomorrow for heat number 4.